Hello friend, my name's Doom Babe and welcome to another episode of Don't Take It Personally Babe, it just ain't your story. Last video we got through the entire chapter of chapter 1, so let's get started on chapter 2. The lunch bell rings and the class starts to file out. Oh goodness gracious. Hey bro, what's up? You seem kinda distant, more so than usual even. Things okay? Sorry, I've just been grappling with some personal stuff. Things have been kind of confusing lately. Actually, can I ask you for advice? Of course, bro. Always. What's it about? Meanwhile, sticking around behind are the usual group. So, Charlotte, when are you going to forgive Kendall? Forgive? What are you talking about? I don't like having to avoid either one of my friends or the other. Can't you just two go back to getting along? I don't see why you think we don't get along. Leave it alone, Akira. Don't you think so, Mr. Rook? Wouldn't it be better if they made up? Oh, hell no! Don't drag me into this! Pardon me? I think it's none of my business. Yeah, but don't you think I really don't want to have this conversation? Isabella is giving me the dirtiest glare, and while I have no idea how Charlotte feels, I don't think interposing is going to help. Excuse me, I just remembered somewhere I need to be. Don't let anyone into the classroom. And before anyone else can say anything, I escape with my lunch, shutting the door behind me. The two girls can deal with Akira without me. I walk away, planning to take some solace in the office, but before I can even make it to the stairs, I can see another two students in the distance, and I can definitely hear them. Well, you don't have to be such a jerk about it. Be a jerk about it? I'm being a jerk about it? You're the one who stood up in front of the whole fucking class to take a cheap shot at me, and you have the balls to say that I'm being a jerk? After you dumped me, do you have any idea how humiliating that was? I did it! You're the one who fucking dumped me! What the fuck, you crazy bitch? What is wrong with you? How did I dump you? What? We've had this conversation before, twice. Will you just fucking leave me alone? This is pretty heated. I am going to just back the fuck away. No, I'm not going anywhere near this. This definitely falls under the category of can sort it out themselves. I am not touching this if I don't have to. I'm only here because I was trying to get away from another argument. I turn around and leave as quickly as possible. Saturday. The weekend. Time for excitement and partying and dates and relaxing and sleeping in and reading lots of messages. What? How could you already know? I only figured it out like last night. Lol, for reals? Dude, everyone knows you're gay. It's the most obvious thing ever. What? No way. You're just projecting because you came out when you were like 13. I'm telling you, I only just figured it out. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, but no way, bro. Lol, post about it. See if anyone is surprised. Fine. There. Oh, who the hell am I kidding? All it is to me is a couple of days where I have extra time to prepare my lesson plans. I order pizza for lunch. It's not that I can't cook, it's just after the last divorce I realized what's the point? I don't enjoy cooking and I can afford not to without breaking the bank. Delivery pizza and lesson plans. Yep, it sounds crazy, but it's a lot better than where I was before. No crazy job, no crazy wife, just the challenge of getting kids to engage with literature. I don't mind a single bit. Monday. Class in the morning goes alright, not great. I didn't catch her in the act, but I think Taylor may have actually fallen asleep at one point. Just when I thought I couldn't resent her more, I'm just glad when lunch rolls around, then everyone starts to finally act like they're alive again. So, how were your weekends? Alright. I didn't really do much, just homework and some shopping. Disastrous. Totes disastrous. Sunday was the most humiliating day of my life. I take it back, Charlotte. You can ignore Kendall all you want. LOL. Hee hee. Is this about your coming out? I'm sorry, but that was pretty funny. Oh my god, no it wasn't. Mom was embarrassing about it, but Ka-san was just cruel. Ka-san? Who the hell is that? My other mother. She just keeps giggling uncontrollably. Hazuki, right? Not Ichigo? Yeah, right. That's Hazuki. Mom's the one who posted on Amy. I didn't think you've met Ka-san ever, thank God. Real talk here, I'm trying to be sincere and she's just in a giggling fit, wondering how I didn't realize sooner. All she keeps saying is I had no idea you weren't already out of the closet. True story, my mother. It's ridiculous. Ka-san, whose own coming out story is like a year long, with all sorts of detailed subplots, and will tell it on the drop of a hat, just keeps giggling at me. That's kind of awkward. For reals! I'm sorry, but I saw your coming out on me, and you have to admit, it's funny that you were the last person to figure it out. See, I'm a punchline, bro. My sexuality is just one big setup. It's not lol, you're gay. It's lol, everyone else but you knew you're gay. I used to have dignity. That's not true. See, even Isabella gets cheap shots at me now. If it makes you feel any better, I didn't know you were gay. Well, not before I read about it on your profile anyway, and now the entire world knows. Lol, it doesn't. You've known me for, what, a week? True enough. So, what are you going to do now? That's the question, isn't it? Well, I'm happy you figured it out. Me too. It's a big step. I had trouble myself when I first met Kendall. Yeah, of course, I remember. Actually, speaking of Kendall, I'm gonna ditch on you guys. I have to make plans. Is that cool? No, of course, I won't think any less of you if you go spend time with your best friend. Don't be silly, go ahead. Yeah. Alright, thanks, laters. Oh, that boy, he's kind of adorable, isn't he? I don't mean it in that way, just, he's really funny. He sure does get wound up tight. Well, you heard what his mother's like. That's true, isn't it? He must take after her more than he'd like to think. Every boy takes after his mother more than he'd like to think. Is that so? I suppose that makes a lot of sense, I can understand that. Hey, he's not going to see Kendall. Well, how do you know? I just asked. Huh, I wonder where he's going then. I don't know, I think Kendall does, but is being difficult. Kendall difficult? Well, I've definitely never heard that kind of sarcasm from her before. Prep period. Another teacher is borrowing the office right now, so I'm forced to spend my prep period in the classroom again. Not that I get any prep. Oh my god, this is so annoying! I just keep getting distracted by my computer, instead idly checking up on things. I don't know why the school uses these things. It's why the students have such a hard time engaging because they're too busy chatting online. Even if they're, okay, I'm turning this off. Even if they're ostensibly for typing notes and storing books, it seems ridiculous. Compare that to how it was when I was in high school. There was nothing like that after school. That's it for the day. I've packed up my stuff and I'm ready to go home right now. Hey, sir. Or maybe not. Hi, Nolan, what's up? Hey, you know how you said if we ever had a problem, can I ask you for some advice? Sure, what's the problem? Not now, it's a big thing. Could we talk tomorrow? I can't tell if he's being weirdly evasive, shy, or straight up confused. I still don't really have a very good impression of him, I guess. Aside from his shitty attitude towards his studies, and apparently from being Taylor's ex, none of that really helps me out here. Of course, why don't you meet me in my office this time tomorrow then? That's good. Yeah, thanks, sir. Bye. Weird. This is going to be awkward as hell, I'm guessing. 3:55 p.m. the next day. That's it for the day. Well, as far as classes go anyways. Nolan's probably already on his way to my office. Hey, sir. Hi, Nolan. Why don't you have a seat and we'll talk about what you're having problems with? He sits down. Yeah, followed by the worst awkward silence of my entire life. He's trying to bring himself up to say something, I can tell, but he clearly can't. This is just painful. Come on, say something. I don't know if I can sit through this. I should wait for him to answer on his own. Take your time. Well, it's Akira. Akira asked me out. Huh. Yeah, it's just, I'm shocked. I'm just shocked. I don't know how to respond. How do you respond to that? How do I respond to that? Ask why he's shocked. Why are you so shocked? The thing is, I don't know how to say this without sounding pathetic. It's okay, I'm not going to judge, I promise. Yeah, I have got to get him to open up. I try to think, I need to convince the guy that I'm not going to think any less of him if he admits something emotional. How the fuck do you do that? I don't know. I don't think the straightforward, you're a 16-year-old who doesn't pay attention in school, I couldn't think any less of you. It's really gonna help out, even if it's honest. Maybe I could say, hey, look at me. I'm a twice divorcee. I'm 38 years old, and I've only gone into teaching as some sort of bizarre midlife crisis, okay? You don't have to worry about seeming pathetic to me. Trust me, I know the feeling, and I'm the last person in the world to judge you on it, alright? Okay, fair enough, sir. It's just, I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't exactly have any friends. Not even when I was dating Taylor, not really. At least when I could pretend I was a part of her huge social network, but now it's just me. So you just want a friend? Yeah, no, not really. It's not like I'm desperate. I don't want to say yes to him just because I'm desperate to be close to someone. There's pathetic and then there's pathetic. Then what? It's just, he likes me. He barely knows me, but he feels so strongly that he's willing to embarrass himself for the chance to get closer to me. For me! For me! What the fuck is up with that? He pauses. It's a weird line out of thought, but at least he's finally actually saying what he thinks. Then I thought, maybe it's just desperation. There aren't that many boys at this school. But look at him. He's hot, man. I don't mean, no, I'm not gay. I'm not attracted to men. It's just objectively, right? You know what I mean. Probably not the kind of boy who would have trouble finding someone. That's it. I mean, fuck, if he wanted, he could probably have any fag in the world that he wanted. I don't think he's desperate, so what do you think then? I don't know. That's the thing, sir. I don't know. It confuses me. I can't wrap my mind around it. And I don't know what to do. I guess that's where I'm asking for advice, sir. I stare at him. He's asking me what he should do. How the hell should I know? I assumed his problem was going to be something simple, something understandable. Bullying I can get. His ex being a jerk, I can definitely get. Him needing to pick it up on academics, I could give him a whole speech on. But this? I guess there's only one thing I can do. Oh, this is a hard one. There is absolutely no way I would tell someone to get into a relationship just to be close to someone. That's really messed up. But it's like not having the answer, he could lose a lot of trust in me. I'd rather him lose trust in me than really ruin himself. I'm sorry, I have no idea. That's really complicated. I wish I had something better to say. Oh. He seems really disappointed. Not surprised, but disappointed. I guess I'm just going to have to figure this out on my own, I guess. I'm sorry, I wish I could be of more help. Fine. Upset, he stands up. Thanks anyway, sir. I mean, thanks for nothing, but whatever. He's pissed off, and I don't blame him. I don't try to stop him from leaving at all. That sucks for him, and for all of my facade of trying to be helpful, I sure let him down. Poor kid. 11:50 a.m. the next day. The class is staring intently at the handout I just sent them, or at least I sure hope they are. It's hard to tell when they're always staring at their computers. Remember, the items listed are only suggestions, so as long as it's 2,500 words or a 5-minute presentation, you can do whatever you find interesting. Anything that's at least 2,500 words? Alright, let me be perfectly clear. This is grade 11 class, and I'm letting you have fun with this. Don't give me any bullshit. If you think it's cheating, then it probably is. And I'm not going to give you a good grade. If your heart's into it, that's fine, but be smart, not clever. Is that understood? Yes, sir. Okay, hold on just a minute. That's all for today. For your homework, you have a reading response, and please think about what you'll do for this assignment. Of course, the moment the bell rings, everyone but Charlotte stops paying attention. Of course. But I can try. The class starts to file out, but slower than usual. Hey, Akira? Hi there. If you're still interested, I'd like to talk to you about what you said the other day. Wait, here? Of course not. I thought we could go somewhere more private and eat lunch. Oh, for reals? It's complicated, but yeah, for reals. Awesome! So, where did you have in mind? They walk off together. No way! Did he just, those two? That was what I thought it was, right? Let's not start any gossip now. I think they both have enough problems right now without having the whole class talking about them behind their back, don't you think? Sorry, you're right, of course. I have no idea what to make of the two of them. Nolan obviously has no idea what he wants, and it's probably going to be a more complicated relationship than Akira wants. If there is anything between the two of them, it's going to be crazy. There is going to be a ton of drama, and it's probably going to make things worse for both. Still, I couldn't help but notice that as they walked off together, they both had the biggest smiles I'd ever seen from them. The end of chapter 2. let me just warn you right now. This story is going to end in bloodshed. You'll find that you've become attracted to a character only for them to die senselessly, and it's going to hit hard. So I want you to be Oh, I thought this was a narration about the story, and I was like, what? He's talking about the book, I think, hopefully. It isn't a story about plot, it's a story about the feeling. You'll definitely need to focus on that, or you're going to feel like it's pointless. Yes, Kendall, you have a question. Is the book like the movie? I figured one of the two class otaku would ask that. I just wasn't sure if it was going to be her or Kira. It annoys me all the same. Battle Royale, the book, is nothing like the movie, aside from superficially having the same story. You have to understand this is entirely serious. Gotcha, sir. So let me give you context for this tragedy before we start. So that is the end of chapter 2. I am so far really loving how the story's going. This is very well written. I am a little annoyed that I have to constantly be updated with what's going on in like the gossip world, because I feel like it makes you too much of an omniscient being, and there's really not a lot of room for guesswork. That's something that definitely could have been improved on, but overall this is a great game. I am having a ton of fun playing it so far. It is free to download, so just Google it, you'll find it. It doesn't cost anything. It's a safe game. So far I haven't had any viruses on my computer, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! And if there's anything to take away from the Silent Hill series, it's that your problems will always catch up to you one way or another. Maybe it won't be in such an extreme manner, hopefully, but if you try to run away from them